After that little incident, we relocated to the kitchen. The smell of food filled the air. God, I'm so fucking starving. I haven't eaten all day.
Such a nice fucking house. What do they do for a living?
They probably just inherited the house. Despite the younger girl's easygoing attitude, always humming some cheerful melody, I found my cheeks still burning from embarrassment to think that a girl would say such a thing. I quickly shook my head to clear the thoughts from my mind and turned towards the elder sister. This soup is delicious. Is Mako-chan usually the one doing the cooking around here?
Yay! I'm glad you like it, Takahiro. I don't usually cook so good, so I made a few lucky guesses.
It's rather delicious, Mako-chan. Perhaps you could do more cooking from now on. It would allow me more time to lounge around.
Well, the first step to getting your wedding sash is to become a good housewife, and that includes cooking.
Oh.
Yeah, huh? I added this with a bit of amusement following Machiko's comment. What? Machiko's? Yeah, Machiko. I took another sip of the soup for a few lucky guesses. This dish had turned out pretty well.
That's true. I'll learn how to clean and I'll cook for you. And don't know what else, but it'll be fun learning.
Mako, you should stop that. You know very well it would be pointless for you to marry him. Only the villagers know how to craft a wedding sash, and we both know this will not happen. Taco boy.
Taco-kun to you, scum lord. No. That's not necessarily true, Machiko-san.
It only becomes ever more evident that you are not of this world, Taco boy. The villagers do not tolerate our existence. They despise us. We could never ask such a favor of them.
All we have to do is to find some way to make the villagers accept you, but I guess I'll need to learn more about the village itself before we can do that. The pale-haired woman shook her head slowly, her ears flattening against her head as she did. Aww.
It's not that simple. They would never trust us. Human and fox spirits have never been able to get along. I'm honestly surprised that you have been able to tolerate us this long. I would be happy to be proven wrong, and you are free to stay here as long as you wish. Of course, until you grow wary of our ways and decide to leave.
Oni-sama, please don't say things like that. Takahiro wouldn't do that. Would you, Takahiro?
Of course not. I wouldn't abandon someone just because they're a different species. That's not the way Gushiken Takahiro does things. However, I do remember the village elder telling me that it wasn't just the fox spirits. It sounded like humans and spirits everywhere have been on bad terms for a long time. Do you know why, Machiko-san?
I do not recall. Much information is withheld even from someone such as myself. Most
Might have had
spirits
something to do with the genocide. But don't worry, whatever.
Most spirits tend to keep to themselves these days. There are a few exceptions, Tsuyori being one of them. Powerful spirits come and go as they please, but they tend to remain in their world. Fox spirits, however, have no other place to go. We are stuck in the human world, for better or for worse.
Well,
And how many other fox spirits are there?
Huh? I didn't realize it was like that. I guess I'm finally letting stop.
Oh, shit, hold on. That's not... Well, this Tsutsuri character... Yuri? What? Yuri character lives in the shrine, right? We should just try asking her for some ideas.
No. We do not need to go see her. Absolutely not. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to.
I was somewhat taken back by Machiko's suddenly childish way of speaking. It reminded me of the times I had been told to go visit the doctor when I was younger, complaining and throwing tantrums along the way. But isn't she the only one that can help us?
I refuse to go. Tsuyori is a fiend, and I dislike spending even a second in her presence.
She can't be that bad, can she? Besides, if anything happens, I'll protect you.
Fine. If it means that much to you, I will attempt to lead you to the shrine again. But you will enter the grounds alone. I don't want to go anywhere near that place. You will be on your own, Taco Boy.
Coon, you piece of...
Can I have money from you?
Absolutely not. I forbid it. You are not to follow us under any circumstances, Mako.
Fine. I'll just stay here like you said. I'll be here in the mansion. All alone. Unprotected. Out by myself. And knows what could happen to me. I could get trapped under a bookcase and die. Or slip on a banana peel and die. Or get bored and die. Of boredom. I'd be so super duper bored. Here all alone in the same place. A day in and day out.
Fine, I get it. You may come along, but you must be on your best behavior, little one. No running around and no talking unless spoken to.
She's gonna die on the trip. I know it.
Okay, I won't die on the trip. I'll become bored and die.
Despite Mako's... Mako's
Mako
cheerfulness...
Shark.
Mako Shark. I couldn't help but wonder what had happened between Machiko and the Suryuri for her to react so strongly. I decided that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to spend some time with the two sisters to get to know them a bit better. Well, I do have 2 weeks until I need to get back to my homeworld, so there's really no need to rush. How about we do something else instead? I'm sure Machiko-san wouldn't mind the distraction.
Well, the longer I get to stay away from that place, the better. How about bringing Mako-chan along to fetch some desserts for us?
Mako, fetch.
There are oranges and apples and a small vineyard behind the mansion. I could whip up some cream to go with it if you would like.
Sure, that sounds easy enough. Let's get us some delicious fruit, Mako-chan.
Alright.
As Mako led me towards the garden of the impressive mansion, she seemed a little quiet, as though she had something on her mind. I wanted to ask her about it, but something about the way her ears sagged and her tail hung low
Your ears hang low.
told me that probably wasn't the best idea. I decided I would simply try to cheer her up. So which do you prefer, Mako-chan? Apples, grapes, or oranges? We could gather all three, but I bet we can grab a few for ourselves first.
Apples, I guess? I knew a fox spirit once, a friend of Onisama, who loved apples. I can't remember her name, though. My head's a little bit hollow.
Apples are awesome! Crunchy on the outside, sweet on the inside, and your head isn't hollow, silly. If that was true, I think I'd be stuck in that jail cell.
I think Sama did most of the thinking, though. I just sort of went along with what she said.
Well, someone has to take the lead. Besides, I'm still grateful for your help all the same. How about you? What? How about I playfully flicked Mako's forehead with a grin? See, it doesn't sound hollow at all. I'm sure there's plenty of clever thoughts in that pretty little head of yours.
Like a bitch, like just go up and like flick.
Ow! Meanie!
Like what the fuck?
Now you know. I'm right at least.
What the fuck? What happened?
Now you know, I'm right.
Rips into him.
Now you know I'm right at least. Anyway, let's get those apples, shall we?
Okay, I'll get them, even if you just hit me. I'll get them. You go grab the basket over there.
Alright, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
To
They said
defeat
daughters.
the Hun.
When I asked for
They
sons.
send me fox spirits when I asked for Mortal Kombat.
I wouldn't complain, actually.
Feeling hyped, I went to grab one of the baskets stacked nearby and returned to Mako, who had started climbing one of the trees. The girl looked accustomed to climbing, and her small hands had me a bit worried, hanging from the branch with just her legs. She checked to see if the apples were ripe. Mako-chan, be careful, you might slip. Ow! The girl had thrown an apple at me, and while my reflexes let me catch it with ease, the force behind it still stung my palm a little. Of course, I did exaggerate a bit for the girl.
Plot armor never lets anyone hurt you.
Ha! I'll be fine, Taka-kun. I've been climbing these trees all my life.
Even the most experienced climbers end up running into trouble if they aren't careful. I smiled weakly at the girl's excited attitude, placing the apple I caught into the basket.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fox spirit. I won't fall. I'm super careful. Watch! I'll grab the apples near the top.
Wait, wait, Mako-chan. Unless you can fly, I don't think you should go for those.
Fly? I can't do that, sir. Who has ever heard of a flying fox spirit? Ah!
As expected, the moment Mako tried to reach for one of the apples near the top, of the tree, the girl ended up losing her footing and tumbled down towards the ground with a loud cry. Mako!
She never walked again.
My reflexes.
No, she's dead now.
Yeah, she's
I
dead.
returned to give her the news.
My reflexes quickly kicked themselves into gear, trying to catch the girl before she hit the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't notice the apples scattered around the tree, and as a result, ended up tripping over them. I managed another few steps and was able to catch Mako before I dropped to the ground. My head was throbbing once I had
stop.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just ambiance. My head was throbbing once I had recovered from the fall. I tried to sit up, but I found myself held down by a small but substantial weight.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Opening my eyes, I looked up to see Mako sitting up on my lap.
For some reason, really oily.
Howie, I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you,
They're
Taka-kun.
very oily.
You saved me, and you gave me a soft, well, kind of soft and kind of hard landing.
She broke your dick with the fall.
But Miko-chan, do you mind? You're crushing me.
Ah! Oh my gosh, Takio, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They're very oily. Maybe they're like slug creatures and just didn't look like a slime.
It's just the light sheening off their bodice.
I
As
know,
they-
but it's still, have you ever seen normal skin? It does not shine like
Yeah,
that.
it does not shine that. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't shine like a small sun on their skin, that's for sure. As the younger girl grew increasingly flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently, I tilted my legs beneath her, and she toppled forwards, her head resting against my chest. I guess we've learned that fox spirits can be pretty clumsy, or maybe that Mako is even cuter up close than I had thought.
What? Takahiro, I think he was taking me for Anisama.
Nope, I'm talking about you. Nope, I'm talking about you. You have the innocent side to you that's really charming. I wouldn't be surprised if lots of people from the village would want to claim you as their adorable little sister once we've cleared up those misunderstandings.
I'd be happy to call you my brother, Takahiro, but lots of people in the village are super mean. I just want to spend time with you and Anisama.
But brother? How about darling?
How about you chill your jets, Takahiro? He's obviously putting you in the friend zone.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Really? I think we'd be a cute couple. A hero and a fox spirit living happily ever after. Your sister could stay too. We could raise a little family. I mean, we already have a house. We wouldn't have to worry about that. And any guy from my world would kill to have a pretty wife like you.
Anyone who calls themselves a hero is a dick.
I held back a chuckle, knowing all too well that my teasing was taking effect, and yet I was also happy to see her spirit seemingly lifted.
Thank you, Takahiro.
I think Taka-kun would be better. Machika-san probably wouldn't like another sibling, but I'm glad you cheered me up. I'm glad you cheered me up? Okay. You didn't seem to be happy earlier. The way your tail and ears were hanging low reminded me of a scolded puppy.
Huh? Oh, right. I was just thinking this all. You know, about the spell I wanted to try. The one who needs a silky wedding undies.
Wedding sash. It's a kind of...
Undies!
It's kind of like a belt that the bride wears during the wedding ceremony. I doubt any spell involving panties would be a good idea to cast.
Oh, I thought it was like wedding undies that you wear on your wedding night. Anyway, the spell, I don't know why, but I wanted to try it for a little while now. And well, it's a spell gate. Not like those temporary ones. Those are easy to make. A permanent one, like a portal to a different place.
Sounds interesting, but are you sure it's safe?
Don't worry about it. Silly talk, honey. That's not the point. This spell might be able to help you.
Well, that's good and all, but I'd prefer not ending up in the middle of the sea or of a live volcano. I think we should be a bit more careful with your magic.
Huh! I'm a good mage.
That's what Harry said when he told Atlantis he had a solution to their water shortage. Wait,
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Dumbledore! Wait, I got it! I got a solution!
Wait.
Are you gonna go forward? There we go.
Huh? What's Atlantis?
She's as dense as a brick. Like,
Well, to be fair, we're from a completely different realm.
I know, but still, she's pretty brick-like.
A city with
Not nice. Well, wait.
a city with high ambitions sunk into the deep due to poor management. Anyway, I think it's best if we get an expert's opinion before we try anything. We're going to visit this Stuary anyway, so maybe she'll be able to help tell us if your spell will get me home.
But Susan told me I shouldn't use magic at all. She said it was only for her to use or something.
Maybe she had a reason for saying that. Like, maybe, I don't know, do spells have side effects?
I mean, they summon demons occasionally, but whatever.
Also, you can kind of see what you're wearing.
What?
Your character, he's just in black pants and a black shirt.
Oh.
Huh! You're just like Arisama. She forbid me to, but I show her spells that could be helpful and I can control them. She's let me do her own research. I'm not going to throw spells around like they're nothing. I'm not a dumb little kid.
I'm not going to do anything. Besides, you seem old enough to take care of yourself.
I am.
Not that I know how old someone like you might be, but beware of the dark side of magic. In most stories, magic usually comes with a price. Like, what would you do if magic gave you a terrible tummy ache, or headaches, or worse, diarrhea?
From the cookies?
Then you better prepare a gate spell to the nearest bathroom.
I do get headaches, but those aren't really a big deal. And things sit on fire, and I get to do a lot of things for Anisama. I'm not going to change that ever. So there.
Heh, I already said I wasn't going to make you do anything. However, what do you need to change? Is the fact that you're straddling me and you're rather close? I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, by the way, he tilted her so that she would fall closer to him.
Also, you broke one of my ribs in the fall, and I need to go to the hospital.
But you're so warm and soft. I could just curl up and sleep on you. In fact, I will.
Well, wait, don't go falling asleep on me now.
Nah, just kidding. I wouldn't do something like that out here. Maybe tonight, though. It's only fair since Onisama got to do it. More importantly, dessert. We need to go back inside. Onisama is probably wondering what's taking so long.
I couldn't really argue with the girl's impeccable logic. With a smile, I helped the girl to her feet and gathered the few fallen apples into the basket. We returned to Machiko and Machiko? I'm gonna say Machiko. To Machiko and enjoyed our dessert together. It wasn't too long after that Mako started to feel sleepy, so Machiko took her to bed, wishing me a good night.